In this demo, we will showcase how you can securely, in a time-bound or ephemeral fashion, access compute instances which are running native OCI images. As you can see, this is an instance called Apple, which is running, which is on a private subnet. It only has a private IP address. There is no public IP exposed, right? So how do you gain access to this particular instance, without creating a public jump box and stuff like that? So we will create an OCI bastion to point to this particular subnet and create a managed SS session. And with those two things, we will be able to allow the secure and ephemeral access to this machine. So let's go to security bastion, click on create bastion. Let's say demo bastion, my name. And we have to point it to the public bastion bug bash. And this is the subnet. The CIDR block allow list basically acts as a networking firewall. These are the addresses, IP addresses from where the connections will be allowed to. As a part of this demo, we will make it to be allowed from everywhere, right? So by using this information, let's just create the bastion. So the bastion is in creating state right now. If you click on it, you will see the bastion details. As you can see, this bastion is pointing to this target subnet. This subnet, so any instances which are present in this subnet or any instances which are part of this particular VCN, but are allowing traffic from this particular subnet can be accessed using this particular bastion. The other information is pretty standard. You have a NoSID for a bastion. You get to know about the CIDR block allow list, compartments, and we'll talk about this private endpoint. This is very important. Cool. So with this, let's create a managed SS session, which can be used to access any compute instance which is running the native OCI image. Let's give it a name. Managed SSH session. The username is the operating system username, which is OPC in this case. The compute instance is Apple. Choosing the SSH key. So let me add up my SSH key here. And this is the public key, which can be shared. We are not touching the private key pair here. If you want to change the session configuration, like the maximum session time to live, and this is what controls the ephemerality of it, you can connect to some other port if you have configured on your target host, or if you have secondary IPs on your host, you can connect to them. By default, we connect to the primary private IP. So with just these, again, create a session. And the only other thing that you have to do is that you have to allow the traffic to be flowing from this particular private endpoint. So you have to go into the subnet. Let's see. These are the virtual networks. These are the subnet. This is the default security list. So right now it's allowing from everywhere, as you can see here, right? But ideally, what you should do is you should add an ingress rule to only allow from this particular subnet, CIDR, and have the destination boundary is 22. This traffic from Bastion, and you add that ingress rule. Cool. Okay, let's see if the managed SSH session is ready, and then we can try it out. Bastion is active, and the session is also active. So let's, with the SSH command, copy the command. Let's open a terminal window. maximize this. You have to just replace this placeholders of private key. And there you go. It will ask for the passphrase twice, once to go through the bastion and once on the end host. And after that, you will be in the end host. As you can see, I'm in the end host, and this is as easy as to create the managed SSH using bastions. Thank you.